are strong. This is more than simply the advantage of terrain. Retreat! All companies, fall back at once!
Look at him turn tail and run! And we didn't even need that damn contraption.
Indeed. I am thankful we kept any damage to the town at a minimum. You have my gratitude. All of you.
Though both sides suffer great losses on the battlefield, in the end, it is House Wolfort that triumphs. The vanquished General of Vlora is forced to retreat to Castle Whiteholm, with the Esfrosti army in tow.
I have no words to excuse my failure, Your Grace. I underestimated the Wolfort army. It will not happen again.
Indeed, it will not. I will accept no apology for your incompetence, save victory. The Wolforts may have gotten the better of us this time, but it came at a cost. We must strike again before they can regroup. Rest yourself, Avlora. I will have need of you yet, and soon.
I shall not disappoint you again, Your Grace. You have my word.
And you will keep it. Nothing and no one will stand in my way.
What's going on, everybody? This is Ballad here, and today we're going to be playing some more Triangle Strategy. As you saw in the intro, just as we had hoped, there was actually a little special something for not using the statuettes to set fire to our own town, so that's pretty nice. General Avlora tucked tail and ran back to Gustadov, who I figured was going to betray her based off of the previous cutscenes, but he gave her another shot, but it seems a little bit menacing. So today we have a bunch of side stories that we need to do, and some sort of conversational main story that we need to take a look at. Hopefully they'll actually let us play a little bit. Now I've already kind of gotten on and taken a look. There's no new fights in the encampment, although we might be able to unlock them with the main story, but because it's so important, we got to do the side stories first. So we're going to start off with the Hyzant one.
To be quite frank, I underestimated House Wolfort's strength. To think they were capable of driving off the Esfrosti army forces like that.
I suspect the outcome came as a surprise to the Archduke as well. And yet, something tells me Wolfort's victory is more than a fluke.
I shall keep that in mind.
Still, this development is to our advantage. This will only make it easier to carry out our plans.
He probably realizes that because we kicked his ass in the tournament after that second try, but we did.
Just so, Your Excellency. Everything is proceeding as you anticipated.
Yes, we shall have our way. It is but a matter of time.
Well, everything in that side story was a little bit cryptic on what they're planning. It has been about a week since I've played due to Zelda, but I guess we'll figure it out in time. Let's go ahead and check out our favorite other house leader, the Falks Streets. Well, Lord Falks, that is.
I bring good news, my lord. Esfrost army marched on Castle Wolfort in an attempt to seize the prince, but they were roundly defeated by House Wolfort's forces and retreat to the Crown City as we speak.
Joyous tidings indeed. I knew the Wolforts wouldn't let us down.
I'm also pleased to
And I
report
knew
that
you
Prince
wouldn't let
Roland
me
is
down,
unscathed.
Landroy.
It would seem young Serenoa is more than capable of carrying on Lord Simon's legacy.
Triumph as they did, they still suffered considerable casualties in the battle.
Says who? We're all fine. We didn't even set a house on fire.
It is more than likely that Esfrost is already preparing for a second attack.
Very well. Take stock of our own forces and determine how many men we can send to House Wolfert's aid while retaining enough for our own protection.
Hell yeah, Landroy. You got my back. I like this guy.
Yes, my lord.
It is time to take a stand. If the three high houses come together as one, I am certain we will prevail.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get Telior in behind that. I mean, I guess we're about to see what he's gonna say about all this. Oh my god, he's in a different spot finally.
House Wolfort triumphed?
Don't act
Yes,
so
my lord.
surprised.
The
I
Archduke's
cheated.
army has already withdrawn to the Crown City. That said, it would seem the Wolfort army suffered significant casualties.
Did it now? It is not as if I entirely failed to consider the possibility of an Esfrasi defeat. And yet, it is hardly an ideal development. Whatever are we to do now? Wolfort may have won the battle, but can they win the war?
Well, we might be able to if you don't sit idly by on the sideline just speculating on what happens from your little fucking waterfall home.
My lord?
Ready a bird. I have a missive that needs sending.
As you command.
Telior is a big disappointment, but maybe, just maybe, Falks can help us bring him back to the right side. But it seems like there are several people conspiring against me now. But at any rate, let's go see what the team has to say now that we've beaten our battle against Evlora.
I shall see to the wounded.
I will help as well. My hawk can assist with clearing the rubble.
My thanks to you both. Your aid is most welcome.
I am ready.
For what?
Go safely, Anna, and give my best to the others. We take a risk in entreating a powerful nation for aid. I need you to determine to what extent we can rely on them, if at all.
Leave it to me.
I've sent Anna to the holy state of Hyzant. Our alliance may not be what it once was, but we must seek help wherever it may be found.
Now, do you really think that was the best of ideas when Asfrost might be preparing another attack against us?
In a perfect world, we would be able to count on the cooperation of our neighbors here.
Indeed, unity within Glenbrook is of the utmost priority, especially now that we've ensured Prince Roland's safety. And yet, we cannot count on houses Telior and Falks to act in our best interests.
Telior, no, but we can definitely count on Falks.
We must prepare ourselves for every contingency.
You are right as always, Benedict. We've taken the first step down our chosen path, but there is no telling what awaits us.
Do you have a moment, Your Highness?
Oh, it's you. As silly as it may sound, I've never truly understood what it meant to be royalty. Does my life carry more weight simply because of the blood in my veins? So much so that the lives of others must be sacrificed in my name?
You need not worry about that, Roland.
Lord Wolfort speaks true. The scales of conviction guided us, but this decision was ours. We have chosen to walk this path with you.
I definitely had no say in that, you know, sneakily convincing the people that I wanted to convince while hiding the information from everybody else. Definitely had nothing to do with tipping the scales.
I was born the second prince. No one expected great things of me. And yet, simply because I had the good luck to survive, my very existence now necessitates all these sacrifices.
If I may be so bold, it was not luck, Your Highness. We protected you.
Yeah, a thank you is in order, Roland.
I know this, of course. That's what makes this so hard. You all fought and continue to fight for me. And I can scarcely take care of myself. I need to become stronger. I must. For my own sake, and for yours.
I'd say you're pretty strong. You just shook our entire castle by hitting a support beam.
House Wolffort prevails against General Avlora's army and drives them out of Glenbrook. Though victorious, Roland sobs quietly, saddened by the sacrifices made in his name. Glenbrook is powerless, but knows they must keep the royal bloodline alive. Thus, the conspiracies and power struggles around the noble blood in Roland's veins continue to stain the land crimson.
Okay, well, we have character stories, a side story, which I'm guessing is Anna over there. How many character stories do we have? We have 3 new characters. Oh, but they're just for our characters. Nobody new. Oh, good lord, there's so many of them. Oh my god. For every single one of our characters, there's a character story. Alright, well, let's go check out what's going on in the Hierophant Palace.
So it appears the Duchy intends to capture Glenbrook. But Prince Roland slipped from their grasp and fled to Wolffort.
The ink on the treaty is barely dried, and they're already declaring war.
And what's more, there's a price on Prince Roland's head. It has spurred the masses into movement.
They will bear their fangs at us in time. We cannot leave them to their own devices.
I see this as a wonderful opportunity. We can make it clear how we stand after the Salt Iron War.
We gotta see what she's about to say, but I have a feeling that they're about to turn on us as well.
Aye. And I much prefer to extinguish embers than a raging inferno.
It sounds like you intend to start a war.
Calm yourselves. There is no need to get so worked up over this. It is true that this grave matter may one day affect Hyzant. But it is in times like these that we must trust the Hierophant's words more than ever.
Wait, so what exactly was the Hierophant? Is that just like their pope or something? Or do they actually have like what they believe is a god in there? Alright, so I already get the impression that this entire episode is just going to be all cutscenes, so we're just going to start working our way through them, because I don't want to lose them. Hopefully they're quick, but we might not actually get to do a whole lot in terms of combat or decision making, sadly.
Phew. Haven't used some of those muscles since before I can remember.
I must say, when I saw the enormity of the task before us, I did not think we would finish in mere bells. I had braced myself for a full day of labor, at the very least.
Sheila, you didn't even move. Anna, you're supposed to be in Hyzant, and Benedict is just ordering Eridor to do everything.
Thank Benedict for that. We'd still be searching for weaknesses in our perimeter had he not been guiding us.
Indeed. But let us not understate Eridor's feats of strength.
Come now, Eridor. How many times must I tell you to be delicate with the sandbags? We only have so many at hand.
I hear you, I hear you. I'll treat him as delicately as my lady love, in the absence of one.
Oof.
Now is not the time for jests, Eridor.
If you don't want me complaining and you don't want me jesting, then I guess I'll just shut my mouth.
To hear them trading barbs like children, you would never think they work so well together.
Wisdom and strength. Two pillars that keep House Wolfort standing strong.
Wisdom, eh? He wasn't always that way. Took him plenty of failing to get where he is now.
I find that difficult to believe.
Is there something you wish to share with us, Eridor?
Might be. Maybe you've forgotten the folly of 20 years past, but my mind is a steel trap.
Oh, look at them. They're so young now.
We are to deliver this message to Lady Destra with all haste.
Seems simple enough. Send a bird.
I would not trust a bird in this rain. A horse would be more reliable, and swifter besides.
Is that so? I respectfully disagree, my friend. Either way, I'm not going to be the one nursing you back to health if you catch the chills.
Shall we make it a wager, then? Send a bird, and we shall see who reaches Lady Destra first. You had best hurry.
Cheap little shit just sprinted off.
Benedict! Off he goes. Well then, where are those damned hawks? As I recall, Benedict arrived at around the same time as the hawk. If it were a sunny day, he might have won.
Ah, the folly of youth. Many of our best days were spent in Lord Simon's service. We made many such wagers, in an attempt to get into Lord Simon and Lady Destra's good graces.
I remember when...
I believe we have had enough reminiscing for one day, Eridor.
Don't be such a harsh taskmaster, Benedict. Where's the harm in a story?
Ask me that again when the floodwaters break through our meager fortifications. There is much to do and little time to do it. Wouldn't you agree, Anna?
Me?
Old friends or old enemies? Sometimes it is hard to tell with those two.
Whatever the case, our work's done for the day. And there's nothing like a hard drink after hard labor. You two care to join me?
I would love to. Please, regale me with more tales of your youth.
Can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
Let's be off then.
Nope, they really meant it. Well, Anna might have.
Benedict along?
Nah.
You'd only be wasting your breath.
Now that you mention it, I do not believe I have ever seen you two sharing drinks.
Spirits cloud the mind, so I rarely drink. When I do partake, however, I prefer to do so in quiet. I fear Eridor would only spoil
Ooh, shots fired. Go inspect that sandbag there, Benedict. This is actually kind of cute watching all these character stories. Benedict and Eridor's little squabbles from back when they were kids, still carrying on until they're in their 50s. It's funny. Alright, let's check out Frederica.
Lord Serenoa never ceases to amaze me. Despite all the hours he dedicates to his duties, he looks none the worse for wear.
Even so, I am certain it takes its toll on him. He wants to set an example for his people and those who serve him, and wishes not to worry them over his condition. Excuse me, Serenoa, but is there anything I could do to help?
Ah, Frederica, my apologies for the delay. The citizen's petition will require a bit more time, so why don't you and Gila return home ahead of me?
I see, if you insist. But please do not push yourself too hard, Serenoa.
I shan't. Thank you, Frederica.
Of course.
Is something the matter? It's rare of you to sigh like that.
I just wanted to hang out with my hubby.
Did I? Oh my.
It looks like something's troubling you. If you wish to talk about it, I am happy to lend an ear.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I sometimes wonder if I can go on like this.
Are things not going well with Lord Serenoa?
No! Serenoa is as kind and gentle as ever. It is my own self I have doubts about. I cannot help but wonder if I am truly of any use to him.
Since Lord Serenoa is always working so hard, why not give him a tonic to boost his vitality? I purchased one from a merchant not long ago. It should chase all his fatigue away.
I have a feeling Gila's trying to get me drunk.
A good idea to be sure, but the fact remains it is not me myself that is serving him.
Then how about preparing a meal for him? Something nutritious to fill him with vim and vigor.
Me? Cook?
Yes, I'm certain he would be delighted by anything that you make.
But I've never cooked before. I doubt anything I make would suffice.
You won't know until you try. Besides, what matters isn't the result, but the feeling behind it.
Someone get Narv over here. I have a feeling we're gonna need the ice because Frederica and Gila are about to set everything on fire trying to cook.
Use this cookbook. I'm sure you will find a recipe or two to your liking.
Thank you, Gila. Now then, which of these would Serenoa enjoy?
Alright, up to Anna now. It's cute that Frederica wants to do stuff for me, but she should have just asked to hang out and stay by my side.
Looking worse for wear, Anna. Long scouting missions sure ain't easy.
Oh, that's a great way to greet somebody. Just, oh yeah, you look like shit.
Do you need something?
No. Just reckon Benedict must be relieved you're back safe and sound.
Must he?
Course. After all, he treats you like his own daughter. Don't know any parent what wouldn't worry over their child. And he's got extra cause to fret, with all the dangerous work he gives you.
Oh? It never crossed my mind. Benedict trusts me. That's all I've ever needed.
That's so.
Do all parents by blood show concern for their children?
Wondering about yours, are you?
That's none of your concern.
I still remember how you insisted on being a scout, as soon as you were old enough. You wouldn't say why, but any fool could guess it was to find out more regarding your parents. This work's well suited to that sort of thing.
Yet Benedict refused me.
And he was wise to do so. It ain't a job for an amateur. Guess he hadn't anticipated you trained under Archibald.
I earned his respect when he saw what I could do. The means don't matter, only the results.
I have grave news, sir. The enemy has captured one of our scouts. I know our soldiers aren't broken easily, but given enough time in the enemy's hands...
And here we are, severely short-handed. I shall call a war council, so our approach may be reconsidered.
Jesus Christ, she just leapt up on top.
The scout has been rescued and returned safely home.
Already? That was far sooner than I anticipated.
She's like, yeah, I literally just jumped right into their base, grabbed him, and jumped right back out.
I hope my actions were not out of line.
No, well done, Anna. I don't know where I'd be without you.
Nor I you.
Can't thank you enough for leaping to my scout's rescue, while Benedict was still pondering what to do. I'd pay good coin just to see that look on his face again.
I just kind of caught this leaping to the scout's rescue. Yeah, she literally leapt there.
So, think you'll find your parents? Not trying to dissuade you from looking, mind. I'm only being nosy.
Dissuade? Is there something you've not told me?
What would I know that you don't? Just take care you don't end up regretting it.
I'm this close. I can feel it.
Alright, well, I believe that's going to be a good stopping point for this one. Sadly, all we did was literally just watch some cutscenes together and talk some shit. And I get the strong impression that we're going to be doing that on the next one too. But anyways, guys, I still appreciate you coming. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And goodbye.